So this new light, this new energy, it really is very closely, I think, related to the narrative of there's a narrative about the solar flash, there's a narrative about a new dawn, there's a narrative about some sort of massive awakening. I had a Dear Starshines share a dream with me where she saw, hold on, check and make sure it's okay. I shared that. Yeah, where she saw um, the people like star seeds, like us, you guys, me and you guys, were awake, and there's a whole bunch of other humans that are not awake, and that there were these orbs of light that would come right in, and when it came in, they would transition to the other side instantly, but then come back, come back to the realm where we are, and in the coming back to that realm, they would be awake. They would be completely awake, like we are. And that narrative, the details of it doesn't matter. What's important is the feeling we have when we hear those sorts of things. Okay? Because we've been in the cycle for so long, and there's so many overlays of the beast machinery, and other hijackings of truths, reversals and inversions of the truth, that we can't really, well, I say we, but I should change that to me. This is why I don't really buy into the details of any narrative. I go completely from the feeling of it. Does the feeling bring a sense of liberation and openness inside? Is there a feeling inside that senses there's a truth in there somewhere? Okay. Is this hitting on something that maybe some part of me has always known but never been able to put words to? Those are the kinds of feelings that I look that if they arise, tell me to, there's something to what I'm hearing. I don't know if you guys ever listened to some of the channelings by Lisa Renee. Very interesting lady, very hypnotic voice. Lots of transmissions come through there. But I mean, to be honest, I don't understand most of what's being said. And I don't understand the words, but I do really understand the feelings. Okay. There's things that she'll say, and it'll just be a half a sentence, not even a complete thought. And it triggers something inside of me. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Yeah, there's something to that. And then I sit with it, and then more stuff flushes out. See, some people are on this planet to bring those zip files to our conscious awareness. And then there's other people on this planet that are here to recognize and digest it, and bring it into themselves and get activated and become, embodied on a whole nother level. And then there's also more people out there that are here to to be inspired and take action into the world from these places. We all have different roles at different times. Your role that you have now, because you are constantly doing your work, is going to change in a couple of years. It's gonna grow into something else. So when you start looking at life purpose, or why am I here, you start asking those questions. Understand that it's very, very simple. It's very, very, very simple. And if we are able to relax into it and let that guide our steps, let that guide our envisioning, then our walk becomes a lot more graceful. We're able to let go of expectations and comparisons and just walk our lives, which is exactly what we need to do to digest these frequencies that are coming in, these new, I guess I can call new paradigm frequencies. Some people see it as the sun is changed. Some people are having dreams about a new light coming in. And this new light, for some people, it's liberating, and for other people's, it strikes aspects where that beast machinery is still active in these different fields of their being. Now, I'm using those words because so you can have the image to understand. If you think about machinery can be disassembled. It's a mechanical, non-feeling thing. It's like there's a mechanism that comes in that triggers the actions, and then it does what it does. That's why I like the word machinery, because once you recognize that there's this kind of machinery operating in the subconscious and in these interdimensional realms, with the intent of keeping you colluding with these power over dynamics, then you can choose a different relationship to it and start looking for, what is the mechanism to disassemble this machinery? What is the mechanism? What's the golden key? What's the magic key to unlock this process that's happening? So that's why I like that particular term. And it really does show itself in our 3D world. When we talk about it, especially in our group, when we talk about it, it seems like we're talking about something way out there in the interdimensional planes, or way out there in the cosmos, or way deep inside. But it doesn't really, we don't necessarily, the language doesn't necessarily connect the dots to the human experience until you clear it. And then once the energy gets unraveled or dismantled, whatever the process is, all of a sudden you realize that dynamic has been impacting you your entire life. Or even that dynamic has been impacting you and your family your entire life. Okay. This is why I know all this stuff is playing out within the 3D realm, because there's so many things that I've unraveled where it completely changed the three-dimensional reality around me. It's because it changed me. It changed my inner workings. And once this shifts, this outer stuff shifts very quickly. So no matter how hopeless it might feel, if we can find a different relationship to that hopelessness and start looking for mechanisms to dismantle, or start looking for beliefs that we thought were true, or recordings that we play that we buy into, we start looking for that, then we can, by touching it with our awareness, it clears the field, and we can get to a much clearer space inside and be in that much closer to right relationship to these pieces. Because all of them across the board, mental, spiritual, physical, emotional, interdimensional, all these layers, they're all incepted with this machinery, because it's all meant to keep our life force locked in a certain place, so we really are unable to focus our will and our power to what it is we truly want, which is the whole reason why we're actually here on this planet, why Pachamama has us here playing out this drama within her dream.